Hello everybody, what's up and welcome back to the Starcraft 2 Own It Shack. It is David with you once again, going to be bringing you what looks like a first person video, and it is, but instead it's going to be a Starcraft tutorial. It's a Terran versus Zerg strategy, and what we're going to be looking at here is defending and scouting a Baneling bust. This is a strategy that for some reason people have been using against me on the ladder excessively. I've been facing very highly ranked Zergs who are using this. I don't know why. It's the easiest thing to defend if you know how. It's the easiest thing to scout if you know how. So yeah, my advice for you, if you're a Zerg, stop using this strategy. It doesn't work. But anyways, you know, it probably does work on a lot of people because they don't know how to defend it. And so hopefully I'm going to teach you here in my first person view exactly what you want to do to see if it's coming and then how to, you know, react accordingly. So the first thing you're going to want to do against Zerg, obviously, is you're going to wall off. That's pretty self-explanatory. By the way, there won't be a build order here for you. This is a Baneling bust defense. This is not a strategy in itself. You know, it doesn't really... It's hard to explain, but essentially what you're going to want to do here really depends a lot on what your opponent does. So don't worry, just take the strategy as more of a lesson in how to react properly than an actual build order per se. So as you can see, I send my scout by the Zelnaga watchtower. That's just in case a 6-pool rush is coming. I want to see that so I can quickly send another SCV to build the last depot and wall that off tight. So yeah, pretty much this is just the standard opening. I will be going for a 2 racks opening here on this map. Unfortunately for me, he did not fast expand. And by the way, your opponent not fast expanding is the first clue that he might be going for a Baneling bust. It's certainly not 100%, but it does mean that it's much more likely. There's no such thing as a 2-base Baneling bust. There's 2-base economy Baneling aggression, but it's certainly not an all-in by any stretch. So yeah, it's just the standard build here. If you don't know, it's just a 12 barracks followed by a 14 barracks, and then you get your orbital command right after the first barracks completes. So that's pretty much this standard build. Now what I should have done right there is relift that stupid depot. You will see why in a second. It was my fault. This is the difference between a diamond level player like myself and a Masters League player. A Masters League player would not make this careless mistake, and you're going to see exactly what I mean by this. Yeah, there you go. A bunch of lings swarm into my base. I'm forced to pull SCVs. Obviously this isn't going to kill me, but as you can see, it's certainly hurting my economy because I have to pull those SCVs. I even pull the mule because I'm such a dingus, but I do manage to put him back at least. I'm going to try and micro the Marines around. You know, you should be able to take care of these Zerglings easily when they don't have speed, but it's still something you don't want to deal with. Also, I'm going to be sending more SCVs to repair that depot, just so those other lings can't bust in. So as you can see on the minimap, if you're just ignoring this stupid part here, my SCV is patrolling his natural right now. He still has no expansion, and he's produced a ridiculous amount of Zerglings. This to me means Baneling bust. There's no doubt about it now. He's still on 1 base this late in the game. There's not much else he could be doing. I send my SCV back in to try and see if there's a Baneling nest. There's no Baneling nest, but he's still mining gas despite already having enough for metabolic boost. And what else could you be making with that gas? Banelings. So I know it's a Baneling bust. It's obvious at this point, and he's a smart player. He's not going to put his Baneling nest down when my SCV is in there, so he's going to kill it first and then put it down. So that's what he does here. I don't get to scout it, but my spider senses are tingling, so to speak. And I'm going to be putting down an expansion right now anyways, just because I really want to be ahead after I deflect this. Now, basically what you want to do versus a Baneling bust is you need to get a bunker, but don't put it right next to the depot. Put it a little bit behind the depot, and you're going to see exactly what I mean. The other thing you want to do, which you'll see as well, is you have your Marines right up against your wall. There goes the bunker at a nice position there. And if you have your Marines right against the wall, they can shoot a ton of the Banelings before they hit anything, and that's what you're going to want. Also going to be getting 2 gas here so I can transition into factories later on. And yeah, just continuing Marine production at my barracks. I'm just pretty much dead certain that there's a Baneling bust coming now. I mean, he hasn't done anything yet, but what I'm also going to do here is send an SCV out there just to see what's up, and you'll see that quite shortly. Going to be loading the weakened Marine into the bunker as well, and at this point I'm going to be sending the SCV down the ramp just to check it out. Before I do that, I'm going to saturate my refineries though. So as you can see, I do that. This time I'm going to lift that supply depot right after. And so I come out here and I see, oh, what's that? Look at that, a bunch of Zerglings just about ready to morph into Banelings. And so I know, okay, you know, I figure, you know what, that's a lot of Zerglings. I might as well just reinforce this wall a tiny bit more. So I put up a factory there. This factory obviously doesn't tighten the wall in, but it does mean his Banelings have a worse angle. As you can see, I pull my Marines right up to the wall. They shoot a ton of the Banelings before they even go off. And now that I have all these Marines and the bunker was complete, I managed to shoot a ton of those Lings, and I'll just go and take them out when they back into the corner there. Also going to be tightening that wall right now and finishing the factory, so no more Lings can flood in. As you can see, he's trying to morph more Banelings in my base, but it's not going to work. There's no way. I deflected the Baneling bust, and if you deflect the first wave and wall off, your opponent will rage quit, and you will win the game. And that's basically how you defend a Baneling bust. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this broadcast here. Hope you learned something. Hope all you Terran players stop getting Baneling busted, and I hope all you Zergs don't do it anymore. Believe it or not, this guy was slightly favored. I have no idea why. Baneling buster at 2264. I did not expect that, but hey man, I mean, each to his own. Looks like he has a large bonus pool though. Anyways, I'll just check my own rank here. It's what I do with my first person view videos, and it looks like I'm now at 1946, and yeah, just working my way up still. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and I hope to see you again for another Daily Dose of Ownage.